Hey, hope you're doing good today. You know, we're going through the Bible in 1 Year app, and we're in John chapter 8. I don't necessarily pick a passage from the Bible in 1 year every week or every day, but it's so good. So yesterday in John chapter 7, we were talking about how the scribes and the Pharisees, they had such a problem with Jesus that religion is always contrary to authentic Jesus, authentic Christianity. They're always in conflict one with another. And so in John chapter 8, they're still questioning him like, hey, why should we believe you? You know, you're testifying about your own self, you know? And Jesus is telling them, no, I have another who testifies of who I am, and that's the Father. The Father has sent me. And they don't get it, you know, they don't understand it. And Jesus says this powerful statement. He says, you do not know me or my Father. If you knew me, you would have known my Father also. And so he's equating himself with God, which ultimately is the thing that really got them. Is because he wasn't just saying, you know, at one time he came out and said, I am. He took that name. I'm the Almighty, the All-Powerful, the Sovereign One, God and I. If you don't know me, because if you did, you'd know that I come from the Father, and the Father has sent me. So this idea is also brought about in John chapter 14 when Philip, and this is what I wanted to key on, Philip, one of his followers, one of the disciples, he'd been walking with Jesus with the rest of the guys for a while, and still didn't make the connect there between God the Father and God the Son. And we have the same problem, I think, a lot of times, especially as we're new to following God. It's like, okay, there's God. What's he like? I see Jesus, he's this, but what's God, you know, the real God like? And Philip tells Jesus, he says, hey, show us the Father, and that'll be enough. Show us the Father. It's like, what's he like? We see you, that's great, but show us the Father. And Jesus tells him, says, Philip, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. That's heavy. There is a cry in the human heart saying, show us the Father, that'll be enough. Like, I just want to know how God feels about me. I want to know what he's like. I really want to know that. And Jesus is saying, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Remember how I was there for the leper? Remember how I provided the food for the poor? Do you remember how I made the adulteress feel okay again? Do you remember how I let the little children come unto me? Remember how I stood against the religious but welcomed those who wanted to come with sincere hearts? All those things that you've seen me do, I do nothing other than what I see the Father do. He is a picture of what God is. And so that's my encouragement to you today, is remember that as you're contemplating how does God feel about you, look at the life of Jesus. What is God like? Look at the life of Jesus. And it will be sufficient for you. It's something you can meditate on today. Hope that makes sense. It's my attempt at an encouragement today. Hope you're blessed. We'll see you tomorrow.